By now, I'm sure you've heard rumblings of what will soon be Magic the Gathering's newest set, Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth. This is sure to be one of the most highly anticipated set releases of all time, thanks to the popularity of Lord of the Rings, and the fact that this Magic the Gathering set will feature actual Lord of the Rings intellectual property, like Gandalf, Frodo, and more. But more on that later. Let's get into what you need to know about this full 281 card set. We'll start with some of the important dates so you know what to expect and when. As of the release of this video, which is Wednesday, June the 7th, we are in the middle of the card previews section of the timeline. For the last week and for the next 2 days, Wizards is using some of their most prolific content creators to release previews of each of the cards in the set for you to peruse on your own time to prepare for set review content and the release of the set. For those of you that haven't participated in a preview season before, there are many ways to engage with this content, including various Twitter and YouTube accounts, as well as several sites that collect all of these previews for you to view in one location, but my favorite is Wizards.com's Card Image Gallery. I'll go ahead and provide a link in the top right for you visible right now to check out the Lord of the Rings Card Image Gallery, or you can simply Google Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth Card Image Gallery, and it'll take you right there. This is a collection of all previewed cards for the new set updated live, so you'll be sure to not miss a thing. You'll also notice that the card image gallery is set to be complete on Friday, June the 9th. Usually this happens sometime around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and at that time all 281 cards will be previewed. And you know what that means, it's set review time. I am already in the process of working on my set reviews for this set as we speak, and as soon as it's fully previewed, I will jump on the rest of my preparation and get the archetype guide out to you sometime later Friday afternoon, so be on the lookout and subscribe if you haven't already. Next up, we have in-store pre-release events from June 16th through the 22nd, and more specifically the 16th through the 18th more than likely, where you can participate in a pre-release event at your local game store and play with these cards before they're officially released to the public. If you're unfamiliar with what that event is, check back early next week for my pre-release guide, which will drop here on the Daily Draft channel, getting you completely prepared for your Lord of the Rings pre-release events. After the pre-release, it's time for the set to drop on Arena, and that will happen on Tuesday, June 20th. That Tuesday afternoon, you'll be able to log into your Arena account and begin drafting the new set, or build constructed decks with the new cards if that's your cup of tea. Maybe you'll see me in the queues. Before we go on, quick note that this set will become legal in the Modern format, but will not be legal in Standard, Explorer, or Pioneer. This means that it will also be legal in Legacy, Vintage, and Historic. After the set releases on Arena, it will then release in paper on Friday, June 23rd. If you have plans on getting your hands on physical cards in this set, June 23rd will be the first day in which you can do so, not counting the pre-release. If you've placed pre-orders through any retailers, they will not be able to ship or offer pickup for your order until this day, so be patient, you'll get your cards soon enough. Speaking of physical product, what sort of things do we have access to for this set? Well, as with many sets in the last few years, lots. We'll focus on several different types of booster packs, including draft boosters, set boosters, jumpstart boosters, and collector boosters. You can also purchase all of these various types of booster packs in what are called boxes. Draft boxes contain 36 boosters, set boxes contain 30 boosters, jumpstart boxes contain 24 boosters, and collector boxes contain 12 boosters. If you do choose to purchase any number of these various boxes, you will also receive a special box topper promo card, Lorien Brooch, which is an effective reprint of Trailblazers boots, but a much cooler, more thematic version specific to this set. Each of these boxes, except for the Jumpstart box, will also come with a Realms and Relics card. These cards are incredibly powerful and iconic land and artifact cards from throughout Magic's history, but reskinned with a Lord of the Rings twist. There will be 30 different Realms and Relics cards, and some of them include the Party Tree, or the Great Henge, Bridge of Khazad-dûm, or Ensnaring Bridge, and Valley of Gorgoroth, or Wasteland. These will all be borderless cards as well. We've talked a lot about the timeline for the set release, but what about the contents of the set? Well, you will see all sorts of characters, intellectual property, and references to all of your favorite Lord of the Rings content, including a variety of cards for Gandalf himself. Frodo will also get a few. You'll get references to the books and movies like Gandalf's iconic line, "You cannot pass," which interestingly was phrased as such in the books, but in the movies you might remember it as "You shall not pass." You'll be able to eat a second breakfast with the hobbits, and even cower in fear of the Nazgul. This set has it all, and you will not want to miss out, especially when it comes to the bling. What would Lord of the Rings be without references to a variety of rings? According to the lore of Lord of the Rings, there were 20 rings of power crafted for the elves, dwarves, and mortal men of Middle-earth. There were 9 for the humans, 7 for the dwarves, 3 for the elves, and the remaining 1 ring. The set will contain 9,000 non-foil Sol Ring reprints printed for humans in the language of the High Elves, Quenya, in Tengwar letter forms. There will also be 7,000 printed for the dwarves and 3,000 printed for the elves. Looking to take it one step further, there will also be 900 serialized double rainbow foil Sol Rings for the humans, 700 serialized cards for the dwarves, and 300 serialized cards for the elves. Each of these serialized and non-serialized rings of power can only be found in collector boosters, so if you're feeling lucky, feel free to snag a few. And speaking of feeling lucky, this set will contain the first one-of-one card ever printed in Magic's history. The One Ring to rule them all will be serialized as a one-of-one and included in one single collector booster for one lucky customer to be the recipient of. That's right, there will only be one. How flavorful! The collector value for this card will be astronomical, with some estimating its worth to be upwards of hundreds of thousands of dollars, even approaching $1 million. Let me know in the comments how much you think this one-of-one serialized One Ring will be worth. This set looks to be incredibly exciting for Lord of the Rings fans and strangers alike. Whether you're a huge fan of the books or movies, or have never seen or read them before, the previews that we have so far are looking to paint this world in such an exhilarating way. This video is the first video I've posted to the channel about this set, and over the next couple of weeks, you will get several more. So if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, click that red subscribe button to stay on top of all future Lord of the Rings uploads to the channel. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you soon here on the Daily Draft channel.